Let me get to this next topic, right? It says, are men jealous of women's sex lives? Because it seems like men always have something to say about, how many bodies a woman got, and is it a jealousy thing?
Let's talk on it. So I feel like I don't think that men are jealous. I feel like jealous is not fitting in that category. I just feel like it's more so it goes back to being controlling or being too worried, too intrigued by what we're doing with our body before you, and too involved in like, oh, the body count. Like I just feel like honestly that's childish, because men do whatever they want, whenever they want, and however they want, right? With their bodies. And I get the gender role play with that too. Like y'all feel like y'all could do whatever. And females are supposed to be strict, which, females should be careful and pay attention to their body count. But for you to constantly be worried about what a female is doing with their body prior to you, or like be so involved in what a female does during sex and things like that, I just feel like it's weird. It's strange to me. I don't know. I just don't agree with men. Like how many bodies you have. Like what you was doing with him. Like how was you doing it? Like when did you do it? Like it's not. We don't do that to men.
I
We don't
front.
care,
I was
really.
an advocate for, you shouldn't care because you'll never know what a woman has, how many bodies she got. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Regardless. But
And they gonna
until the study
lie.
came out that women that have over 6 bodies are less likely to have a successful marriage. You know what I mean? They're more likely to file for divorce. You know what I mean? If you have a lot of bodies. You know what I mean? Because you're going to be always comparing that person to,
Another
to another
Yeah.
person. So I do think it's a double standard, but the percentages don't lie. You know what I mean? Men could do it and still have a happy marriage and commit to the woman that he loves. I mean, women gonna be always in the back of their mind like, damn, that nigga blew my back out that one time.
But
what I
you
mean?
know why though? I feel like because females, I feel like females tend to get attached to men emotionally very fast, and they put
especially the one that blow their back out.
Yeah, that part. So their emotions are into it. Men are easy to like go and do this with that one, and there's no emotion. So it's like when you actually meet somebody that you love and you marry them, it's because you have reasons to. Like sometimes some females, when everybody they meet, they love, and if they marry them, they just so marry them, and then they go left, and that's what it is. But like with the emotions involved, like females are just more working with their emotions, and men are just working with their penis until the emotions come in. So it's just like, of
but
course.
you can see how that would kind of like lead to maybe a demise of a relationship or a marriage. I look at it like this is the first time in human history that women have been, not the majority, but a lot of women have been much more sexually liberated. Like, you get what I'm saying? You look historically, you had the prostitutes and hoes, but they was, you know what I mean? Street life, they was in the underground. Like they wasn't really out there like that. You get what I'm saying?
Posting it on the gram.
Right. So now we have an influx of women at least in Western society, that are very much exploring their bodies. And this is the first time men have been in a situation where it was like, damn, like I used to be very wholesome. Your body was a temple and all this other, all this other stuff. Now it's like, well, your body's for everybody. So why am I special? Like, you get what I'm saying? Like you gonna gave that body that I view as sacred. Now I could do a couple of Google searches and find your nudes. It's not really as sacred. It's not really as sacred anymore. Like, you get what I'm saying? So I think that's why men care, because men have always valued that, hey, you know what? This woman right here is mine, and nobody touched her for the most part, or been with her in an intimate way outside of me. So there's much more of a pride thing. Now men are feeling like, well, I'm just sharing you with the next guy. Like, we all have the same intimate experiences now, like with the same woman. Like, you know what I mean?
And it just go back to like, what's your obsession with a woman's body? Because at the end of the day, women are so much more than just their body, their mind, how they think, what they bring to the table, things that they do. Like, I just feel like, what is the obsession with like just the body? Like, if your body is touched, like, all right, you garbage next.
No,
like,
I don't think men care. I think, well, we do care about your body count, but it not per se on how much people, because a lot of guys don't want to know. But if it's out there enough so that we know, that just shows how much you cared about yourself.
Right.
So I think that's the big mix.
Yeah, like I could agree with that. Like, how much your body's out there, how much you
Yeah, because if information is out there,
not to mention the double standard when it comes to sex. Like, men gotta come in to sexual encounters knowing what they're doing. So we gotta go out there and we gotta build up our sex game. You know what I mean? So when we So when we come, we are that nigga that broke your back. You know what I mean? So you're not thinking about somebody else.
That's only because women really appreciate men that have experience. Men,
Yeah.
whether or not you have experience.
Yeah.
We mad, you know what I'm saying? We might be
Right.
looking at you when that pussy popping a little bit too much. Like, yo, like, who taught you that?
I wanted to be the one to teach you that. Like, you can't just be doing that shit. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You wasn't doing that shit last week. You out here doing a pussy soaker 3,000.
So I think just to go back to the topic, I think there are some men who are jealous of women's sex life because we understand that it's so readily easy for women just to be like, go outside and be like, hey, who want to fuck? And y'all get the whole neighborhood. Like, whereas guys we gotta work for that shit unless you just blatantly paying for it. Like, you get what I'm saying? We gotta really put it in time. Like, you could just literally go outside right now and be like, yo, who want to fuck? And 9 times out of 10 niggas is just gonna, So I think there is a bit of jealousy there that y'all is so accessible to y'all, like where we have to really work for that shit for the most part. Like,
I hear the jealousy too, but at the end of the day, there's a lot of access with men. Like, if you have money, you got more than enough access.
You talking about, come on, you talking about
You gotta be a certain
But
type of man though.
I
Like,
get what you're saying. Okay.
That's what I'm saying. You talking about a
It's
certain
50-50.
caliber of men.
Yeah.
You could be just any
Which is a
caliber
small
of woman.
percentage.
You know what I'm
Pussy
saying?
could be
That's all.
stinking.
Wait.
Niggas still up in there.
Niggas hold their nose.
you could be that
Nah,
woman that
that's
you was talking about
crazy.
earlier that ain't got nothing going on for herself, but she
Yeah.
go outside, raise her hand, and she gonna get niggas that's gonna fuck.
She could get the,
That's right.
the Ben Simmons of the world. Like,
That's
she ain't really doing nothing but outside of her looks. You know what I mean? Which is a flaw. Like, that's a flaw. Like you always talk about, just valuing a woman purely off of looks and not off of the other substances that she could provide in a long-term successful relationship. And a lot of men tend to do that. We see, damn, shorty look bad. We just assume that she might have the personality to match the, the looks. And normally it don't match the look. I'm be honest with you. You know what I'm saying?
So y'all think what y'all dick instead of y'all mind pretty much is what y'all
Yeah, I mean, that's historically
Every
how
time.
men.
That's what
I'm also starting to
Most
think.
men.
I'm also starting to think it is an excuse now because I don't believe it. Like what Chemo has mentioned, how like the women's stats that women cheat more than men now, and y'all like to say, like you even just said that women needs to be more have an emotional bond before they cheat and stuff like that.
Right.
Now, women are so much turning into men now, and they masculine and sexually liberate. We need to stop challenging them. Like I don't want to challenge a woman no more to prove you like, oh, you can't be more manly than me.
Yeah.
You know what? You can't fuck more than me. They doing everything we saying not to do. Literally the opposite.
Who said I can't get emotions?
They tired of
right now.
men.
Who said I can't fucking not care? Bring that. You know what I mean? They fucking out here. Like, I don't know.
Nah, but women are tired, and you can't blame them because it's just like.
But y'all not winning in that
Women
way.
tired of what though?
Wait,
Women
but can
are
I just
tired of
ask y'all something? Because
experiences.
it was something y'all said as far as when it comes to women and women treating sex like it's sacred. Why can't y'all men do the same thing though?
We could, but the thing is, women don't hold men accountable.
Do we?
And no, y'all don't. And this, I'm gonna tell y'all why y'all don't. If more women held men accountable for the amount of women that they slept with, then more men would value that. But since y'all don't care that a man has slept with the whole community, because y'all still gonna reward him and y'all gonna give him the pussy. Whereas a man, we not gonna reward a woman for the most part for having a lot of bodies. Again, it's 2 different levels of accountability. I'm not rewarding you for sleeping with a lot of men while you are rewarding me. Matter of fact, you're attracted to me because you knew that I was fucking all these bitches and you wanted to be special.
No, that's not true.
That's not
and then
true.
it's
That's
like,
not true.
in what
That is
ways
not
do you
true.
mean reward? And then on top of that, like, we are not coming into this again. Like I said, when
Thinking
women
about who you're
speak to
fucking,
people,
we don't care
like
about
we don't
that.
care. Like when women are speaking to you,
And that's the
we're speaking
issue.
to you because we like you. Like no,
And that's
but
the
we
issue.
like you. We're interested in you. We don't care about
If
your
I got
past
12 baby
or
mamas,
what
you
you
should not
did.
be rewarding me with your
12
box.
baby mamas is
12 baby
different.
mamas is different.
That's
When
And
you
there's a
have
lot of
kids
women
and when
still
it's a lot
signing
of
up.
kids,
You got
that's a
proof for
different
them.
situation.
You got proof for
But
the
you just
body.
proved this point though.
No,
Y'all don't care.
No,
We
but we
rewarded
care.
them.
And men do
Reward,
care.
that's what I'm saying,
Okay,
like-
we care about the kids. I don't know
I'm
who don't
talking
care
about
about the
the
kids.
bodies. Y'all don't
I mean,
care.
but y'all don't
No.
be telling us. Y'all don't be really honest with that, and that don't usually be a conversation.
Women don't
Anytime
be
women-
honest about that neither.
But I don't feel like we need to worry about who you was with in the past because it's not going to change anything.
But
if I'm
that's the
interested in
point.
you,
That's
I'm going to
the
speak
point.
I
to
like you for you.
you.
I don't like you for
But
what you
if you're
did in the
speaking to
past.
me
I
and
like
I
you
tell
for
you-
you.
Okay, so if a woman tell you, yeah, I had like 25, 30 bodies in the past, you going to be like, oh, nah, next? That's what y'all telling me?
True.
Yeah.
Now
True.
y'all sick.
True.
It's a lot of, it's a lot
I mean,
of
there's a lot of people that won't though. That's what I'm saying. There's a lot of men don't value
God
sex like that. You feel
damn.
me? So it's just like it's kind of, but y'all don't think that that's like contradicting in a sense? Like,
What?
Yeah,
like,
it
you're
is.
being
But they're not gonna
hypocritical,
admit
like,
it.
that's
How is
being
that
hypocritical,
hypocritical?
'cause it's like-
We're more upfront about it.
No, you're not.
no, y'all not.
When,
Why not?
what
Yo,
men you know?
I'ma
like,
tell you-
I
I'ma tell you why it's not
seven
hypocritical.
bitches.
I'ma tell
in
you
my
why it's
past
not.
life, or I fucked 25 bitches.
I'm gonna tell you why it's not
Except
hypocritical.
me for me.
I'm gonna tell you
Who
why.
does that?
No,
No man
no
does
man.
that. No
I'ma
man
tell
is
you-
gonna be
I'ma
honest.
tell
Y'all
you
men
why-
lie about who y'all cheat on us with
Alright.
all the time. Y'all act like y'all don't cheat and y'all cheat. So it's just like, what man is gonna really go up to you and be like, "Yo, I fucked this amount of bitches."
No, I'm
No,
not
we
saying
know what
that.
he
We're
said.
saying we're upfront about valuing women that's fucking
Oh,
other people.
Let me say. I'm gonna tell you why it's not hypocritical. Because like Eli said, you can go outside and raise your hand, and it's gonna be 50 people that's gonna be like, "Oh yeah, okay." If I go outside and raise my hand out, there's nobody coming to me. You feel me? So it's easy for y'all. If it's easy for y'all gotta. With more power comes more responsibility. You know what I mean? So if it's easy for y'all gotta
Vet the men out.
y'all gotta treat it as. You know what I mean, the word's not
It
gonna
sounds
take it. I
good.
mean,
Okay,
but
so
you know
look-
what I'm saying. Like,
How
sounds good.
how valuable of a pussy y'all
Sounds
think
good.
it is when she's been on the market, but she probably only had one partner
Wait,
over.
rewind that sentence again.
How valuable
Mhm.
would you think a woman is if she had one partner and she's 25 and the other girl is 30 with 25 partners?
Wait, can I ask you something?
Okay.
How do you know she got one partner?
I'm just using an example.
Right.
Even though it's like basically what I was just trying to say is like
Uh-huh.
it's way how you handle yourself. Like if you're
Right.
talking to a
Respectfully.
dude and you feel like he's mixy, y'all would still talk to that nigga.
No.
That's not always true though. No, that's not always true. It depends on who
we
you're
gotta
talking
speak on majority of
Not
people.
yourself.
Yeah,
We
okay.
can't
No,
speak on
But
minority.
even
Okay.
with majority, I just feel like that's probably not true.
And a majority of people.
Like I said, okay, how I feel, y'all saying
You know, in the
y'all
major-
saying based off mixy, like mixy, okay, because they in the hype.
Saying that
And they got bitches on their body.
Yeah, they
where
got niggas.
where a nigga will fuck a girl that's mixy, but won't wife her.
Men having shit going on is gonna have bitches on their body. Period.
Right.
But
If you want a man that has shit going on or has something going for himself, he's gonna have
how
bitches
often
on
do
his
y'all
body.
see a shorty
So
get
how-
wifed up that's mixy?
Often.
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 A lot of these bitches.
Often.
A lot of them.
Like you just said it though earlier.
Ooh.
You said that they be trying to make hoes into wives, and they do.
I don't
It's
think that's- I don't
often.
think
Now he
it's a
said
majority.
that's not a majority.
Yeah, I don't think
it's
it's
not a lot of
You
people.
don't think
I
that's
mean,
a majority?
turning hoes into
They
houses.
don't know
I think
girls.
it's a majority of
They
niggas
don't
making
know
poor selection and
girls.
having
That's the
children
problem.
with women. I would say
Okay.
that, but I
I
don't
guess
think
there must be a lot of
but they're not
hoes
white.
out
They're
there.
not wifing them. They just a baby mama.
I would personally
Believe
say
that.
the portion of baby mamas and wife and hoes is equal.
But look,
to me.
having a
It's
child with a
equal?
woman is not wifing
Yeah.
her.
From
There's
what
so
I see,
many women out
y'all
here
don't
that-
really know. Like this, is what I'm saying. Like I could sit here right now and be like, I got two bodies, and who gonna tell me what? Like y'all don't know females
well,
for real.
I'ma
Like
go
I
to
know females.
Dodger, and
You
Y'all
know
know
how many
boys
times
and
I have gone, I've seen a shorty and then on Instagram alone, mutual friends, yo, how you know shorty? Oh, word gets around. Like, you get what I'm saying? So if you really that mixy, the word will get around to the
True.
point where yo, you know old girl? Yeah, she was just
Yeah,
sucking the whole crew up. Like, you know what I'm saying? So
Head game on
again,
100.
guys are not gonna know. You're right.
That's
You
okay.
can lie, but that lie might bite you in the ass when a man come around and be like,
Right.
yo, the whole
No,
team
you're
just
right.
had that. You
Right.
get what I'm saying? Now
Yeah.
I look at you because number one, you just lied to me.
True.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you was
True,
honest to me,
true.
Yeah.
I probably still
True.
want to fuck with you, but I would have respected you more for
Yeah.
telling me the truth. Like, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The more of the story, I think it's just always, men are always going to value women, you know what I mean? That
Yeah.
Respect themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah,
To respect
I
yeah,
respect
definitely.
their bodies a little bit
Exactly.
more than women that, you know,
Don't
are
have
much
no
more
respect.
liberated. Like, you get
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So,
Mhm.
let me
makes
get to this
sense.
next
I don't
topic.
care if the woman be in the comments like, "Oh, you saying I don't respect myself because I'm out here fucking?" No.
And I just feel like men out there, like whichever camera is recording me, I just feel like they need to be more considerate of women who have been through things, women that like, you know, I can't speak for everybody's situation, but like there's people out there that have been through like, you know, rape in the past, or people have touched them
Oh, you
and
talking
things of
about
that sort. Like,
the
Yeah,
extreme
extreme, yeah.
situation.
like
I
no,
get what
and
you're saying.
aside from a stream too, like just basic situations, father issues, things like that, and it turns them into the person that they are today. And
You
sometimes
know
they
why?
go
You know
through
why I
stuff.
can't respect that? Because you talking about father issues and stuff like that, right? See, this is the thing, and we're going back to the feminine thing, the masculine thing, and you have to make me feel, you know, submissive or whatever the case is, right?
Mhm.
We often say, you know, if a man came up to you and said, you know, I'm feminine until I can meet a woman that can make me masculine, women would not look at him the same way. I wouldn't be like,
No, you're right.
I
No.
understand where he's
Yeah.
coming from. You know, I can never use that. You know what? I had a single mother. I didn't have a father, so I don't know how to be masculine. Women will look at me like, nigga, what? All right, let me go find a nigga that is leading his
Masculine and shit like
you-
that.
Again,
Right.
so that's how I think men are looking at, you know,
Women.
the lack of femininity that women are saying, like, hey, well, I can't be masculine because of X, Y, and Z, which is understandable.
We shouldn't need to be
but
masculine.
at a certain point, like me at my age, I'm not using that. I'm not trying to hit that as an excuse. You get what I'm saying? Because you would
Okay.
never respect me if I use that as an excuse. So I need you to come healed, and I need you to lead in your femininity, because if I'm gonna lead in my masculinity, and I'm going to want the feminine energy. I don't understand the feminine energy is what makes masculine men want to protect and provide for women. So if y'all want to
Right.
meet us with masculine energy, all we gonna get is head bumping and arguing and who's more alpha and who's more dominant, and that's not gonna make for a successful
But how
relationship.
does women's feminine energy, like, how is them not having a father affecting their feminine energy? It's not. It's just like, you know, how can I say it? It's just that they didn't have the father figure, so they didn't have a man figure in their life. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're a man. So if you don't have a father figure and you say that, it's like, okay, what you mean you're not a man because you don't have a father figure? You're a man. But I'm a woman. If I say I don't have a father figure, I'm just saying I didn't have nobody to look to as like,
Because that mean
you know,
that mean that
things
your
that-
mother raised you. And
yeah,
how-
and
and how-
I'm feminine.
No, and how you think she was raising you? Your mother was not feminine raising you. Your mother was masculine raising you. She was teaching you how to be independent
And how to not need
and how to not need a man.
Yeah,
so
okay.
she's not teaching
I
you
can
how to be
understand
with a
that.
man. She teach you how to be strong and independent. So
And
you
probably
coming
never
with
even seen
you
your
coming
mom
with
in
that
an
masculine
environment
energy.
where she can be
Be
feminine,
feminine.
because she was never
Mhm.
around
That's a
a
fact.
man to,
That's a fact.
you know, that was
Yeah.
in a position
That's a
that
fact.
made that brung out that femininity in her. Like I said, this is a long-winded
Yeah,
conversation.
yeah.
We talk about this every
it
fucking
could go
show.
on and on.
Go on.
Listen,
Go on.
before we get into this next
get it.
topic, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you're not already subscribed, hit that notification bell, man. We need
Membership.
y'all-
Go green, you know what I
we
mean?
need y'all- yeah,
Go
we need y'all to
green.
stay up to date, man.